Welcome back. Once you've hired the best person for the job, you want to be sure that their first impressions of your company are optimal. And you want to get them up to speed so that they can contribute value as quickly as possible. But a good onboarding process can't be rushed. Give them time. Don't throw someone in head first on day one or even week one. They need to acclimate, and it will not look good on your company if they spend their first week confused, flustered, and miserable. When training them, don't assume they live in your head. Things you take for granted as obvious, they don't know. This includes seemingly small things like spelling out acronyms, to larger things like walking them through step by step your company processes and workflows. Let them ask as many questions as they need to, and don't punish them if they don't understand something the first time you explain it. The odds are good that you explained it from the viewpoint of someone who understood some things as implicit. Be clear about unwritten rules and expectations. This will include everything from CCing people on emails, when to do it, when not to, and how broadly, to the way taking vacation actually plays out. Are requests routinely accepted or are they rejected? Is time off really time off, or are they expected to attend meetings or take calls from certain people? To flexible working, to what extent it's embraced versus being something that requires permission and special circumstances, and anything else that can impact the way they are perceived by others, especially those in leadership. Of course, there are best practices for each of the factors I just mentioned, and we'll talk about those in future episodes. But as far as onboarding is concerned, you need to be honest and set new employees' expectations correctly. Existing employees should be proactive and reach out to them to meet. The new employee should not be left to figure out who important stakeholders are on their own. Be a resource for the employee if they need to learn what you do or how you work with other roles in the company, including their own. Be open to their perspectives. Yes, they need to adapt to the company's culture regardless of where they've been before. But you never know when a new, fresh take can improve things. And remember, trust is earned. It is not something that you or your company deserve just by existing. It will take time for the new employee to feel truly psychologically safe in their new role. And it is your responsibility, especially if you are their manager, but even as a colleague, to make the first moves in building that trusting relationship. Be forthcoming, transparent, and open with them. And where you can, be vulnerable. Share about your life and passions and ask them about theirs. Lead with curiosity in all things, rather than judging or assuming. If they do something you don't like or expect, inquire about it with a learning perspective. You might be surprised. Once someone is successfully onboarded, your vision as a leader should immediately turn to the future. How can this person be developed and supported to grow in their skills, build the ways they contribute to your company, and live out the things they're passionate about through their work with you? More on that next week.